Hey, hey, the V and the C.
Hey, we're here for verses. Just to all my subscribers, I'm sorry I haven't made a video other than the verses lately. As y'all know, we moved and I've been busy between work and trying to get things unpacked.
That's an understatement.
Yeah.
That's all we did all day today, pretty much.
Pretty much. So today we're here to review Elle King. Album is called Love Stuff, and I'm sorry I didn't mention that to you the last time. I told you what we're going to review, but this is the vinyl.
Isn't that her only full-length album?
I do believe it is.
I know she's had EPs before, but I don't think they've been on vinyl either.
I've learned some pretty interesting stuff about her this week. Here's the lyric page. Pretty
revealing
picture.
She's 26 years old, so she's allowed to do that.
She's a youngin'. Here's the vinyl. It's black, and it does have custom labels. So, I'm just going to say to begin with, she is a new artist that is out. And the one hit that she has out right now is X's and O's. I'm sure everybody has probably heard that on the radio, if you listen to the radio. I have to say she's probably one of my favorite artists that has come out recently. What's so funny?
She never can get the records back in the sleeves.
Never.
I mean, I have the same problem in my videos. When I'm not making a video, I never have that problem. But when I'm making a video, I can't ever get the record back in the sleeve. But, you know, whatever.
Anyway, I'm not even going to try. Anyway.
So, she's the daughter of Rob Schneider, the dude that was on Saturday Night Live, which I didn't know that. Originally, I didn't know that. But
I told him that.
How we discovered Elle King, tell me if this is not right. We were at FYE one day, actually a few different times.
We were actually on the video side.
Yeah. And they were playing this on the overhead. And they were playing the whole CD. And the first time we heard it, the first time I heard it, I remember hearing it, but I didn't remember saying, oh, that's real good, I need to find out who that is. But after we'd heard it more than once, we asked them who it was, and I don't think they knew right off because they have a lot of that stuff on. They hear it so much they probably don't listen anymore, or they just have it on shuffle, or I don't know what. But so they looked it up, and didn't we buy it that day? I think
I bought it that day.
on
yeah.
CD.
No, I bought it.
Well, I bought the CD.
I bought the album.
But I have the CD.
The vinyl.
Or did it come with a download?
It came with a download.
Oh, well, that's how we got it.
Yeah, so to continue his story, I was like, oh my God, who is this? We were looking at movies. What's the name of the movie part?
Suncoast.
Suncoast?
I don't think all of them are split up like that, but anyway.
Anyway, we were looking at movies, and I was like, who are they playing? Who is this? I kept listening and listening, and it was the song X's and O's, and I was like, that's fabulous. I love her voice. I've got to find out who this is. So while he continued to look at movies, I went and asked the management who's on the overhead, and he said, well, one of our female managers likes this artist. I don't really know her name, but I'll go look for you. Okay, please do. So he did. He went and looked, and it was Elle King, and he was like, it's Elle King, and I was like, oh my God, I've got to find this. So that night we looked through the vinyl and the CDs, and I bought the vinyl that night.
That's funny because that's also how that I was made aware of Adele in the beginning. they were playing her at a different FYE that I used to go to that's no longer there, and they were playing what is it? What's the single? The first single, Someone Like You. Is that the name of it?
I think so. Yeah.
I should know that by heart, but so that's that's how I find new artists occasionally, just happenstance, but.
So that is how we found her, and I have to say she's fabulous.
To me, she sounds like a lot of different people at times. I mean, any raspy sounding female vocalist you could compare her to, but I hear Norah Jones at times.
Absolutely.
And I had like 3 different artists I was going to mention, and of course now I can't think of who they are. But Norah Jones is one, and then she also sounds like, keep talking and I'll think of it.
Well, the music on here is pop music. However, there are elements of folk, there are elements of country, there's elements of rock. Not in every song, but throughout the album. Let's put it that way. I love every single song on this record. There's not one song that I don't like. However, I'd have to say I love the song X's and O's, but once you hear it, it's kind of like one of those songs that has a really catchy tune, catchy beat to it. But once you hear it over and over and over and over and over again, you get burned out on it. You're like, I don't want to hear that song anymore. I love the song, don't get me wrong, but it's like one of those kinds of songs. My favorite songs on here are probably going to be America's Sweetheart is definitely one of my favorite songs. I'd say Song of Sorrow is another one that's really, really good.
I like all of them, but Where the Devil Don't Go is a good one.
Yeah, that's his favorite.
I think she has a video for that too. I think that. And what was that other one that she has a video for? It's not X's and O's. I thought there was another one. Maybe not.
I did hear. I was watching Lifetime the other day, relaxing, and I saw in one of the Lifetime commercials they were playing America's Sweetheart, a portion of the song, with her singing, with Alice King singing the song, as part of their video. So I don't know. She's up and coming. Y'all need to really check her out.
She's on tour right now too.
Yes, and she's actually going to be at a festival that's happening in Cincinnati, which is in our area.
Well, in June she'll be in Columbus, and
next weekend.
In September she'll be in Cincinnati. Is that right? I think that's right.
Well, she'll be at the festival next weekend.
Yeah, but anywho,
I'd really like to go see her, but that's not happening.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, no, that's not happening.
We can't go to every concert, although that'd be nice. Yeah, Cincinnati and Sunday, June 5th, and then Columbus Friday, September 16th at Nationwide Arena. So,
I've had several people kind of comment that they wanted us to do needle drops on these reviews, and I am gonna do that. I just got to figure out the editing part of that. I'm not a genius with the editing thing yet.
And we need fix your current status of your.
I'm gonna make a video about my situation, but with my record player, but I don't want to give it all away on here.
Yeah.
Just look out
don't
for
give it away.
That video because
I
think you might like it.
Right.
Right. Mm-hmm. So anyway, I have nothing but good things to say about this record. So
I wish I could think of some of the other artists that I hear in her voice.
Janis Joplin. I
have I had three specifically ones lined up.
Norah Jones, absolutely, positively.
Well, the style of her music reminded me of someone too. Not necessarily her voice. The style of her music is more of a modern. It's like classic music, not classical, but like classic, not really classic rock, but it's like a modern version of older artists, if that makes any sense. And she reminded me of, God, who was that? It was a male singer, the style of the music. It's someone else that we like and we listen to, and I can't think of who it is.
It's funny because when I'm listening to it, I'm going, oh, I really need to say that in my verses video.
Right.
I forgot.
I want to start writing down notes because
Yeah,
otherwise
absolutely.
this is not going to be interesting at all on my part.
I need to write down notes too. But definitely one that you want to check out.
What's the hype sticker say?
The hype sticker says the debut album featuring X's and O includes an MP3 download card, dangerously catchy, Entertainment Weekly. Listening to this album will empower you to be a badass. It doesn't say ass. It says a ... with the soft side. And I would have to agree with that. I want to say that the lyrics to most of her songs I identify with, which is probably one of the reasons why I really, really like her.
She's sort of edgy in her lyrics.
Very.
Sort of like Alanis Morissette was when she first came out.
Yes.
She doesn't really sound like Alanis Morissette,
No.
but it's that kind of lyrics to a certain degree. I mean, it's
She's got that kind of rasp to her voice like Joss Stone does.
I'm not real familiar with her, so I can't
So, I mean, she's very... I mean, she plays the banjo on a couple of her songs, so, I mean, if that tells you anything about the type of music.
But it's not bluegrass.
But it's not bluegrass,
No.
and it's not
and
country.
It's not too much of it either. It's just enough to give it that different sound. And it's not on every song.
No, it's not. You have to check her out. You have to.
Do it today.
Do it today. Anyway, so anything else you want to add?
No, just next week's.
I guess this is going to be a short video. As you can see, we've been...
Look, that's a 0 degree.
I know it does. We've been hanging up stuff. This is a picture of our cat that I painted.
One of our cats.
And my records are right here. And right over there. And right over there. And,
I smell toast.
okay, thanks for adding that. Maybe it was the grilled cheese sandwiches we ate.
They weren't on toast.
Well, the bread's grilled.
Well, possible, I guess. Maybe we need to eat another one.
Anyway.
So next week's verses.
Wait,
is that
how
all we
many
got?
spins?
Oh, yeah.
I would give this 10 out of 10 spins for real yo.
Well, I'll just say, and I have to go into this explanation before I actually just say it. It's just sort of how I've noticed how I do that. This is an artist that I'd put up in the top 10 of new discoveries, as far as good new discoveries of new artists for myself. And I don't know what I was going to say. But it's not something that I could listen straight through, like over and over and over, because I have a tendency to go back to the old stuff that I grew up with. I know a lot of people will probably do that. But I like to find new artists, new styles of music and stuff, and considering I have an open mind, I can always do that. But it's like I compare her just to Adele in the sense that they're both semi-new. I mean, Elle King's a little newer. But I can't listen to Adele like a whole CD at one time. It's too much. I could probably come closer to listening to Elle King's CD. Well, I did listen to it all the way through just for this review. although it was already on my iPod and I'd already listened to it before, so it wasn't like I had to force myself, because she's a great singer. The lyrics are great. The music's great. So if I said 10 out of 10 spins, what does that mean? Does that mean that I'll play it 10 times? Is that a rating I'm giving it? What is it?
It's a rating you're giving.
I'd give it 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 here, 10 out of 10 there. Go listen to it, please. That's all I gotta say. So what are we doing next time?
Next week, not next week, but the following week of our next episode of Verses, which will be episode 5. This is episode 4, so it'll be episode 5. We're going to review
Phantom.
One of my favorite bands. It's going to be Kiss, and we're reviewing their album, the very underrated album by most Kiss fans or people in general. It's called Music from the Elder. Came out in 1981, and it's a concept album, and we're going to review it. So if you're a Kiss fan, or if you're not a Kiss fan, watch us, learn, listen. That's it.
That's all we got. Thanks for watching, subscribing, commenting. Keep it up. Love to hear from you. We'll see you soon.
Y'all come back now, you hear?